Let's see, we're live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dissecting the Quran. Let's get this party started. Unfortunately, I didn't have my debate today. My opponent needed some more time. So I am looking for some Muslims who want to debate. So I figured we would pick up where we left off, and today we're on the chapter of the table. I'm wondering if it really has anything to do with a table, but I guess we'll find out.
Which table? Are we talking about the tables and a table that you would eat at? Or are we talking about a table like in the graph? We've got lots of questions here.
I'm guessing this might be the chapter where Jesus or Isa and the disciples, Allah sends down the table of food.
Oh,
okay. Just my guess. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So, and the doc is in. Okay. The doctor's always in, but I don't give out any prescriptions. I figured I would shorten the name down. Yeah, let me see. If I stop the cam, it's too small. I like that. I like the cam. Oops, I don't want to do that. I also sent the link to What Do so we can have an Arabic speaker, but
he hasn't been responding the last time that I sent.
Yeah, sometimes he's busy. So
busy. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, so we can see it. All right, so let's see. All right, let me go over here. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are doing, let's go back to the top, chapter 5, the table, a portion of a revelation. In the name of Allah, the merciful, the merciful. Man, they like to repeat. All right, so we go here. Rules for the pilgrimage. And we're reading Usama Dat Doc version, which, by the way,
just the generous Quran.
Let me open up my regular site in case we need to. We go over here. I need to go to chapter 5. And I need to go down here and make sure I do word for word, so that way I have it here if we have any questions. Back to the Quran. Okay. Rules for the pilgrimage, the Hajj, were copied from the old Arabian paganism. Okay. Well, we could see that pretty much everything that the Muslims do today, the pagans used to do it, except I believe that they go counterclockwise, and I guess the pagans used to go clockwise. So it's okay. If you go counterclockwise, it's no longer a pagan practice. It says, "Oh, you who have believed." I really have a problem with that, have believed.
I'll talk. I'm just curious. I'm gonna
because in the
I've gone back and looked at where we've had these discussions.
Right. And the word for word that I'm using, it says, "Oh, you who believe."
Yeah, I think
fulfill the contracts.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I'm waiting to see his next translation come out, because his next revision, because he said there's a lot of changes. So
there's also someone that was on Adam Seeker's show. His name here on YouTube is Saint Murad.
Mm-hmm.
He's also doing the same thing that Osama, but he said that Osama translated it so that it kind of makes sense in today's English understanding.
Yes.
But he's going to do it with no, just strictly, this is what it says.
Okay.
So I guess it's going to be a literal. So if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. So he's doing that. I have no clue, because My understanding is it took Osama 3 years.
What do has an issue with the word, using the word Christ, but Christ and Messiah mean the same thing, so it doesn't make a difference. That's another thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes we can nitpick.
Yeah, I'd try to say it's not worth it sometimes. Not worth our
Yeah, there's some things to me it's just not worth. Okay, okay, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to have to correct Osama. All you who believe, fulfill your obligations. We don't know what these obligations are. We don't know. There's no instruction as to, okay, you need to go here for your instructions, because according to the Quran, everything that you need is in the Quran. But we don't know anything about this, what these obligations are. Okay. The beast of livestock is lawful to you.
Hey, I got a question, Dr. Kufarphobia.
Sure.
Which beast are we talking? I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of livestock. Are they telling us everything that is livestock is okay, even pigs?
Your guess is as good as mine, because that
pigs are livestock too.
I was just going to say that. Pig is a livestock. So again, Allah knows best. The beast of livestock is lawful to you, except that which is recited to you. Okay. The hunt is unlawful to you when you are entering on the pilgrimage. So you better make sure you have enough food with you, because you can't hunt during the pilgrimage.
Sounds like an everlasting Sabbath.
Surely Allah judges what he pleases. I mean,
that doesn't make any sense either.
Does this sound like a God's? It sounds like you said a 3-year-old, or I'm sorry, a 3rd grader. Then we repeat again. Oh, you who believe, do not violate the ceremonies of Allah. What ceremonies would those be?
You can't tell from reading this.
No,
I mean, we've read 4 chapters and we didn't see anything about these ceremonies.
Now, remember, because I think you responded to that Muslim that was trying to be smart and saying, you guys, whatever. They just can't handle the truth. What was in that movie with Tom Cruise, and I forgot what his name was.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. You can't handle the truth.
Right. What's his name? Because I don't really like it. The guy from It's Johnny.
I know who you're talking about. I don't like him because he did The Shining.
Right.
It just freaks me out.
Something Nicholas. No?
Jack Nicholas.
Yeah, there you go. So we go back to all you who believe, do not violate the ceremonies of Allah, nor the forbidden months, nor the guidance, nor its ornaments. Wait a minute. Ornaments are okay? Nor those who are the faithful of the forbidden house, seeking bounty from their Lord and his good pleasure in them.
What is the forbidden house?
I have no clue.
It's kind of hard to tell from here.
We don't know.
If this is Allah's word, don't you think he should make it clear?
I would think so. I mean, first of all, we don't know what the obligations are. Yeah. We have no clue as far as the livestock, because as you said, livestock includes pigs. We don't know what these ceremonies are that you're not supposed to violate. We have no clue what the forbidden months are. And something about nor the guidance, so do not violate the ceremonies of Allah. Don't violate his forbidden months. Don't violate his guidance. Don't violate Allah's ornaments. But I didn't know Allah had ornaments. Wouldn't that be like,
that would mean he's physical, wouldn't it?
Like that? Huh?
That'd mean he's a physical person, right? He's got ornaments he's got on him, right? Something you can put on something. That's what an ornament is. It's like a decoration.
Yeah. Is that even haram? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that even halal?
Nor its ornaments. These are the ceremonies ornaments. Maybe that's what they're saying. That's kind of confusing the way it's written.
I mean, I have no clue. nor those who are the faithful of the forbidden house, which I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess because Osama doesn't even take a guess at this. I would think that the forbidden house is the Kaaba. I mean, I don't know. But what throws me off is seeking bounty from their lords and his good pleasure in them. I mean, this is just unbelievable. And when it is lawful for you, then you may hunt.
But wait a minute, you're not allowed to hunt. But if you're not allowed to hunt, how can it be lawful for you?
Well, it says, and when it is lawful. Now, when
that would mean after you're done with the pilgrimage, right?
I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Okay, so when it is lawful for you, then you may hunt. And do not let hatred of people who prevented you from the forbidden mosque lead you to transgress. Oh. That's why I say it's talking about
the Kaaba.
The Kaaba, because that's where I think the first time Muhammad rode in, they wouldn't let him in because I think they had weapons, something like that. And be united together to do righteousness and piety. And do not be united to do sin and transgressions. But wait a minute. According to Muhammad in the Hadith, Allah kills you if you don't sin. So why is he telling you not to sin and do transgressions? And fear Allah. Surely Allah is severe in his punishment. So
he likes to. I thought that was why he wanted to sin, so he could punish you.
Yeah,
That's
but this doesn't sound like very confident. Surely. Okay, well, maybe he's having a good day. Okay. I'm in a wrong place. Over here. Okay. Dietary Laws. Here are a copy from the Old Testament. Okay, well, not all of them, but let's see. Forbidden to you is that which dies of itself. Okay. And the blood and the swine meat. And
the one thing I will say that's good here is there if it dies. Okay. In Africa, one of the things they run into with difficulty, and that's where some of these horrible
crazy ass diseases.
Yeah, it actually comes from eating
dead animals.
What we would call roadkill.
Right. Hey, if I ever had a truck and I hit a deer, it's fair game.
Well, it's one thing when you hit it. It's another thing when it's been sitting there for a couple days.
It's been dead for a while.
Weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I understand you're hungry doing something like that, but it's just not good for you.
Okay, I forgot to load up my other computer to look at these interpretations.
Do you want me to pull it up? I can.
Yeah, if it's not too much. If not, I'll have to.
Yeah, I can do that.
Nah, it won't let me load up two copies on the same computer.
I believe I can. We're at 1. Okay. Let me know when you're there.
Okay. All right. So forbidden to you is that which dies of itself. Now notice somebody had to put it dies of itself because that's not in the Arabic. And the blood, okay, and swine meat, and what has been sacrificed to other than Allah. So you can eat the food that's sacrificed to Allah. Now, let me ask you, because I don't really recall. In the Bible, were they allowed to eat the sacrificed animals? The animals.
Only the priests are allowed to eat a small portion of that.
Okay, that's what I thought, but
because they're really not employed. That is their employment.
Right. Okay, other than Allah, and the strangled, and the strangled, and the one killed by a blow, and by a fall, and by goring, and that which has been eaten by beasts of prey. Okay, that makes sense. Except what you make
ceremonial clean. Ceremonial.
Okay. Okay, so don't.
And that's that's a non-Arabic word.
So you can't eat something that is killed by a blow. That doesn't really make sense. Why not?
Well, that would mean hunting's out, right?
I mean, you got to be
and
up
then you
close.
can't trap. I mean, one of the ways you trap is by strangling.
Right. You can't trap. Well, there's that Paiute fall, and but that would require a big rock up there in the desert. Okay, and that which has been slaughtered on must be a special day.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is al-nasab, which is to eat. Sorry, stones around the Kaaba.
And that which has been slaughtered around the Kaaba.
Yeah, stones around the Kaaba.
All right, now I don't know if it's you or if it's me. And okay, you're back now. You froze.
Oh.
Hey, Chloe, Jesus, Mikhail. Good to see you folks again. Okay, I'm in the wrong. Okay, over here. Okay. And to make division of the slain by consulting the arrows is unrighteous for you. Now, how do you consult arrows?
I think you toss them up in the air and see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe you shoot them all up and see which ones come down in the right spots.
Oh, hold on.
So not
that's what dude calling me on Skype. I'm on the show, man. Okay, something about consulting the arrows is unrighteous for you. Okay, so I guess you're not supposed to. Okay, and to make division of the slain. And to make division of the slain. So you kill something by arrows and then you consult the arrows. I mean, is unrighteous for you. Okay. Today, those who became infidels despair from your religion. Today, those who became infidels despair from your religion. Why would they despair?
Well, because they're probably happily being, having left Islam. He's saying they're probably depressed.
So do not fear them, but fear me. Okay, we got that already in the.
Doesn't he keep telling us to fear him?
This is really funny. But fear me. Today I have completed your religion for you and have fulfilled on you my grace. Okay, well, here's a problem. This is chapter 5. If the religion is completed, why do we need the other 109 chapters?
Wait a minute. All I can say to that is they're not chronologically in order.
Well, that's true.
Chapter 5 would be the last chapter then, and we would stop right there.
I would think so.
I would think.
The logical conclusion.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Dr. Kufarphobia. And he'll be right back. That's the joy of busyness. And I cannot share my screen, or can I? Because he's running the show. Let me see if I can. Let's see. This is the joy of not being able to do what you want to do sometimes. And yeah, I have to wait for that to come up. All right. So, what does it mean? If Allah says today I have completed, what does it mean if Allah says today I have completed your religion for you?
I am back. Apparently my VPN knocked me off.
Oh, we're glad to have you. Hey, we had a question. I'm just curious. We're in chapter 5, and we were just mentioning something in, oh my gosh, that is a long verse. Verse 3, where we're talking about and make division of the slain by consulting arrows. I'm just curious what you think that means.
You said, first of all, how are you doing, Paul?
Long time. God bless. God bless. Good. Nice to have you with us.
Chapter 5, verse 3.
Yes. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. I'm sorry, we're going a little back.
Chapter 5 is actually 112, which would make more sense. It's the end of the journey. Dissecting the Quran question: if they had animal sacrifices in Islam, why is Yahya so hung up about blood in the Bible? I don't have a clue, little dear. I do not have a clue. Let me see what my Quran says. You said three, and okay, are made lawful to you, and made lawful in the blood of flesh as one has been, and that you seek division by divining arrows. Okay, like divining arrows. Okay, this one, my website says, okay, the wild animal except what you slaughtered and what is sacrificed on the stone altars, and that you seek division by divining arrows. Now, divining arrows, my understanding, that's like that's kind of magic kind of stuff.
Well, isn't that kind of shirk?
I would think so. That's why he's telling you not to do
it.
I
was telling you to commit shirk.
Well, actually, I don't think he's telling you, because these are the things that you're supposed to avoid.
Wait a minute.
But it's very confusing.
Strangling and the eating, except you make, and that which has been slaughtered, and to make, okay, maybe I'm wrong here, and to make division of the slain by consulting. Oh, yeah. So, okay, he's saying consulting arrows is unrighteous. I'm sorry. That is kind of interesting.
Everything in this verse is forbidden on them to eat or do.
Okay. So consulting arrows, I just hadn't heard of that one, to be honest. I've heard of a lot of different things, but not that
and
one.
In the other translation, it says divining.
There's no difference. Yeah, it's the same actual term. Yeah.
Okay. Before I forget, have you spoke to Osama about the dancer? Sorry.
Not about the dancer, but I'm trying to make an arrangement for us for you and him to get together. I'm on his show every Sunday, every Saturday night. So,
hey,
because remember the thing that I think the Filipino dancer like challenged Osama, and
I did speak to him about that. Yeah, I did talk to him about that. Now that I remember, I did talk to him about it. He actually said he would make an arrangement for it, but it's going to have to be a ways out because he's pretty big. He's pretty scheduled. So I did give him the contact information and everything.
He was bragging about it the other day that you when it will happen.
Here's the update. He went, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. You know how Steve does that show with that older gentleman, Raymond? So he went there and he told Steve, I got these guys. I got Chris Claus, I got Dr. Kufar, and What Do Muslims Know, and Ask the Truth. They want to debate me, and I will. And he basically said he would agree to debate you guys, but it would have to be on Steve's channel, which Steve agreed. But I asked him, I said, fine, let's debate. And he came back and says, because I'm rude and so forth, I still need to bring 5 pastors. So I just told him to fly a kite.
Steve agreed. Okay. Yeah. So what would be his position?
I guess you guys would just be debating on his channel.
Okay. He's not going to be interfering because Steve have a habit on jumping in.
Well, see, you'd have to establish the rules. Clearly, I think you should have a moderator, not Steve.
I don't debate.
Yeah,
my kind of
you have a
discussion.
I have a discussion.
You give me answers,
right?
Which Macho Man doesn't answer to anything.
Yeah, he won't do it. He'll come up with an excuse, But I just figured I'd let you know I'm still out of the picture. What I've been doing is I've been asking Muslims over at Clubhouse. You really got to go to Clubhouse, man. It's fun.
I mean, I will take him on Steve with 2 conditions. The first condition, Steve be just there as moderator for the channel, and not play that what I say is wrong, because he did that a couple of times in the past when I said mention a couple of things about Islam and what Muslims do, and he said they're like fighting me over it, that is not true. And then he found out that I was correct.
Yeah, but you know what?
So,
as a moderator, your job is not to jump in for any side.
Yeah,
You're just to make sure that people are following the rules of the debate. That's it.
and
Keep
then you
time or
establish
something.
rules for the debate, and if he can't
Right.
abide by that, you say goodbye.
Right. Why waste your time for somebody who's not going to go ahead and follow the rules? All right, so let's go back to this crazy book.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing we didn't mention is we just finished the part where it says, "Today I have completed your religion for you, and have fulfilled on you my grace."
And
So-
I am pleased to give you Islam, a religion. So whoever is compelled by hunger to eat without what? Okay, man, I'm really confused. Okay, today I have completed your religion for you and have fulfilled on you my grace. Okay, I got that. It should really be, and I have placed my grace upon you, but that's okay. So somebody's popular today. And I am pleased.
Not me.
That's what I am pleased to give you Islam, a religion. So whoever is compelled by hunger to eat without wanting to transgress. Okay, man. What does that have to?
What's sinful yet in that respect, except for the stuff he just mentioned?
But my thing is, what does that have to do with Allah telling them that today I have completed your religion? So this is
maybe he hasn't completed it.
This is telling.
I think that's a contradiction right there.
Right. This is telling me that Allah's been working on putting together the religion of Islam. Right now, this is the Almighty God. So that means before Islam was incomplete. So before this chapter, Muhammad was preaching an incomplete religion, whatever that means. Now, in some other versions, I believe it doesn't say. It says, "Today I have perfected your religion." Yes, on this translation that I have here, the word for word, it says, "This day I have perfected for you your religion, and I have completed upon you my favor, and I have approved for you the Islam as a religion." I like that translation better because, again, it's still problematic, because if it says this day I have perfected for you your religion, so what was Muhammad preaching before? An unperfect religion?
Well, it took him till chapter 5. Now, this is one of the later versions. Is this one of the later chapters or one of the earlier ones?
No, this is chapter 112 in Revelation.
So it took him 112 chapters to get to the point where he's perfected it?
Yes. But here's the thing. This is problematic because this is in Quran chapter 5.
Yeah.
But yet we see that there's a progression from chapter 5 to 111. So again, it's asinine for this chapter to be
in number 5.
Chapter 5, when you still have 107 chapters to go.
It's well, no matter how you look at it, it says that Islam is a progression, is the way it's being fixed as it goes.
Right,
the way I read this.
But this is the perfect book, Paul. Does this book
it can't be the perfect book if it can't be perfect if he keeps fixing it. But then there's abrogation on top of that.
So surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. Okay. They ask you what is lawful for them. Say, the good things are lawful for you. Okay. What good things? And what you trained. Okay, see, I don't think that should have an and. Let me look over here.
Do you want me to say what 3 is?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay,
I'm just saying that I don't like when you see the 3 right here.
Yeah, that's to eat.
Right,
Yeah.
but here you got a period, and then
Well, I think he probably should have put a period
trained.
after the 3. Put it to eat.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's. What verse am I
Well,
reading?
punctuation is something that we add. It's not something that actually exists in Arabic. So, yeah. Any
Okay,
forms of punctuation.
but let's see what the well, no, there is punctuation because no, there isn't.
Not in the Quran. The Quran is the whole verse.
It's not in Hebrew. It's not in Greek.
I was thinking of.
It's something we created much later.
I was thinking of the conjunction and. That's not a That's not okay.
Yeah.
My version here from that other guy. That's word for it says they ask you what is made lawful for them. Okay. Say are made lawful for you the good things and what you have and what you have taught of your hunting animals. What? Ones who train
whatever your animals catch that you've taught them to catch, that's okay.
Okay. Okay, are made lawful for you the good things and what you have taught of your hunting animals. Okay.
It doesn't say birds.
Yeah, it doesn't say birds on this guy's version.
That's interesting.
What do?
Yeah.
Can you look at verse 4? See if it says birds. It just says hunting animals.
He's specifically saying birds of prey.
Ones who train animals to hunt, you teach them of what has taught you.
Birds of prey. You're correct.
It does say that?
Yeah, the word jawarih.
So it doesn't surprise me because if it didn't say that, he would have reason to let the dogs live.
Yeah, but here's the thing. In the version that I'm reading from Islam Awakened, which is supposed to be a literal translation, there's no mention of birds of prey. It just says of your hunting animals. So, I mean, how can you trust this crap?
Well, so here's the thing. So they lumped it together. It trained of the birds of prey and the beast is what Osama has.
Yeah,
they lumped it all together. It's not word for word.
I mean, it could be, but in the Arabic, but what Do says in the Arabic, it says birds of prey or birds. But anyway. All right, and what you trained of the birds of prey and the beasts. We don't know what these beasts are. I'm assuming it's dogs. Somebody's got YouTube in the background.
No,
nothing. I'm not hearing anything.
Hold on a second. No, I'm muted also. Okay, let me go. I'm hearing an echo.
I'm not hearing that.
Hey,
gotta be on your end because we're not hearing it.
Mute yourself. What do? Just for a second. Okay. No, I still got it.
No,
Paul, mute yourself for a second.
I don't hear it. I'm not hearing it at all.
I can hear it, but it's coming from Kuffar.
Why am I echoing? Okay, now I don't hear myself echoing. All right, let's continue. Echo or no echo. All right, so birds of prey and the beasts. We don't know what these beasts are. Teaching them as Allah has taught you. Really? Allah taught them how to train the beasts? When did he do that?
I don't remember that happening before in the Quran.
Wouldn't Allah have to come down and demonstrate how to train a dog or how to train a bird of prey?
That would make him physical again.
It would only make sense, right?
Yeah.
In order for me to train or show you how to train something, I have to be there. Now, today, I will admit, I have learned how to train my dog by watching videos on YouTube. So maybe there's a 7th century YouTube channel that we're missing. I mean, this is stupidity. How can Allah...
I guess visions. I still have I don't know. You would think that he would have talked about visions or something, that he has done it through that.
Even if a Muslim says, oh, no, it's talking about when Allah taught Adam. But that doesn't say Adam.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really starting to piss me off. That echoes. Let me see something. Let me look at my audio, microphone, speakers, microphone.
Let me see if it's me because I am listening to a speaker. And I've never had an issue. I'll try that.
Maybe that was it.
I normally don't have an issue because my speaker is behind my mic and I have a directional mic.
Yeah, maybe today it's acting up. Okay. And what you trained of the birds of prey and the beasts, teaching them as Allah has taught you. So this would be Allah has taught Muhammad how to train birds and how to train dogs. But we don't know if it's dogs because it doesn't say dogs. It just says beasts. I wouldn't quite consider a dog a beast. But,
well,
Muhammad did say kill the dog. So maybe he saw them as beasts until people said, hey, dude, I need my dog for guarding, I don't know, I guess guarding the camels,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you eat. So eat of what they will catch for you. Okay, so it's okay for a bird of prey or a dog or something to kill, then you can eat that dead animal. And mention the name of Allah on it. So before you eat it, you got to pray Allah's name on it. And fear Allah. Surely Allah is swift in reckoning. I would just say Allah is swift in his reckoning, but that's just me. What do I know? I'm not Allah.
Well, the only grace I can give here is the sentence structuring it changes over time. So I'm not going to say that particular way it's said is wrong, but sentence structuring does change over time, and it does change between languages.
All right. It's lawful for Muslims to marry Christians and Jewish women, but the opposite is not true. A Christian or Jewish man cannot marry a Muslim woman. Today, the good is lawful for you. Okay. And the foods of those, I'm pretty sure that's the Israelites, the children of Israel.
Number 4 is Jews and Christians.
Okay, Jews and Christians. Yeah, but Christians eat pork. Here Allah says, hey, you can eat the foods of the Jews and the Christians who have been given the book. Okay. Are lawful to you.
My bet is that Allah doesn't know that Christians can eat pork.
Yeah. And your foods are lawful to them and chaste. Okay. Okay. Man.
What does that mean? And chaste? Chaste what? And chaste believing women. I'm sorry.
So I can eat chaste. I can eat chaste believing women?
No, Muslim women. Sorry, Muslim women. And chaste believing Muslim women. Okay, wait a minute.
That doesn't make sense.
What do you think? Does that sound like it follows? They're talking about food, and then all of a sudden they're talking about women?
Where are you reading?
Verse 5.
We're on verse 5.
Verse 5. No comment. It's very obvious. وطعام الذين أوتوا الكتاب حل لكم وطعامكم حل لهم. And those who are preserved from the believers and those who came with the books. Well, what does that have to do with women if you're talking about food?
Well, I guess because it says today the good is lawful to you, so that's expounding on it. But what I don't understand, it says, and your foods are lawful to them, period, and chaste, comma, believing women and chaste women of those who have received the book. Okay, before you. When you will have
these are Muslim women too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Well, the believing women are Muslim, and the plain old chaste women, they're the ones from the Jews and the Christians.
Yes.
When you will have given them their wages, probably a dowry, living.
No. See,
No.
they keep playing games with this word. Their wages means their wages. Has nothing to do with the dowry. Dowry applies for marriage.
Yeah, it is a wage. It doesn't say dowry. Yeah.
I'm guessing this is talking about muta.
Before you will give them, those who have received the book before you will give them. Oh, wow. Living chastely with them without fornication. Actually, I believe you're right. Those who have received.
It's basically prostitution. Has nothing to do with marriage. It's prostitution. You can. They're allowed on you if you paid them. Okay. And according to the English here, the one I have, provided you give them their dowries.
Oh,
That's the English translation I have, which is wrong, because when it says ujurahunna, that means their wages, not their muhur.
Okay. So there's no contract.
Take them in marriage, not in adultery, nor as mistresses, which is BS baloney, because those who your right hand possess, those are mistresses.
Yeah. And my translation, it says, when you have given them their bridal due.
Okay. No, it has nothing to do with that BS.
Okay. All right. Living chastely with them without fornication. Well, I mean, if you married them, why would you have to live with them without having the, and if you married them, it's not fornication because you're married, and without taking secret lovers.
Well, there's no marriage. Understand that's the thing. I think we keep. There's really no marriage in the Quran. It talks about having sex or with them. It doesn't.
It's a contract of a contract of intercourse. That's basically what it is.
Yes.
In pure, simple English.
Yes.
But then they tell you, well, isn't marriage about intercourse? Well, no, it is not, because marriage in Christianity is not about intercourse. It's about making the two one and having family. It doesn't revolve only around sex. Of course, you're going to have family, you're going to have sex, but that's not the main reason for getting married.
Now, this gets thrown in here. Okay, secret lovers. And who becomes an infidel of the faith? So indeed, his works will come to nothing, and he will become in the hereafter of the losers. What does that have to do with what we just talked about, the chaste women and all that other stuff and the food? I mean, this is so. And Muslims complain about the Bible, and they want me to believe that this book is supposed to be special? I don't think so.
Doesn't make any sense, unfortunately.
Number 6. All you who believe, when you rise to pray, so wash your faces and your hands up to your elbow, and wipe your heads and your legs to the ankles. Now, notice, we know that Muslims do this 3 times, but nowhere in the Quran does Allah say you're supposed to wipe your hands up to the elbow 3 times. And if you had a sexual orgasm, so purify yourself. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. You don't want to be stinking of, crusty sexual fluids. Okay. And if you were sick or traveling, or if one of you has relieved himself, or if you have touched a woman. So you
my God.
Yes, women are dirty, regardless. It doesn't say anything about them having the menses. It just says that if you touch a woman,
and women are dirtier than dirt again.
You have to wash yourself. But if you do not find water, that's okay. Wash your face and your hands with good dirt. That's got to be rough. Okay.
It just sounds so disgusting to say women are dirtier than dirt. I'm sorry. If you touched, so what do I just want to hear this again, because I got boosted off a fascist book place where I was saying, look, it says touch a woman. It doesn't say have sex. And that's their argument. They're saying, well, they had sex, so they got to clean themselves. It doesn't say have sex, does it?
Okay. Rub your faces and hands with good dirt. Now it can't just be any dirt. It's got to be good dirt because there's bad dirt.
That's
You know?
you're talking about sex.
Yeah, I'm still on sex.
I actually had someone argue that is all about having sex.
Well, I mean, I would think the orgasm would have to be sex, unless the guy was masturbating and had an orgasm.
I think that's what it allows for.
You know,
because it's not talking about anything else right there.
But Allah does not desire to lay a burden on you, but He desires to purify you, and He will fulfill His grace on you. Perhaps you may be thankful. Okay. I don't know. If I had to wash my face with dirt, I'm not sure. Could you imagine if you had to wash your penis with dirt? That can't be very hygienic.
If you are in the desert, can you find me please good dirt?
I mean, yeah. What is there like a sign that says "good dirt for sale today"?
It doesn't say sand either.
Technically, you are allowed to wash. Now you don't wash the same exact way you wash with water, but if there is no water available, you actually can wash with sand.
Right.
But what do you wash? You wash your hands and you wash your feet. Basically, that's what it is. How are you going to wash them? You rub them. That means if your hands are dirty, you make them double the dirty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're rubbing the dirt into the crevices of your skin. Hey, but that's okay because then you could have the guy next to you lick your fingers. Oh, that's only when you eat. And remember the grace of Allah on you and His covenant, which He has covenant with you, when you said, "We have heard and obeyed." I don't think Allah knows what a covenant is and what a covenant requires. Okay.
And what did we and why did anybody say we have heard and obeyed? Because He didn't really explain Himself here. I mean, He's kind of confusing, unfortunately.
And fear Allah. Surely Allah knows what is in that chest.
The chest of what?
You know, you got your heart, you got your lungs.
But are we
a whole bunch of stuff?
Is this a physical body part we're talking about, or is this like a chest you put stuff in? Is there a difference in the Arabic?
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about it. That's also
last word before verse 8.
Yeah, the end of chapter. I'm sorry, verse 7. It says, "Fear Allah, and surely Allah knows what is in the chest, what is in the chests."
In other words, Allah knows what's in your heart. That's what it refers to. That's the meaning of the verse.
Okay, thank you.
Your chest, meaning, behind your chest, which is usually the heart.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's lots of things besides just the heart.
In English, a chest could be a treasure chest.
Right.
So,
according to the Arabic verse, it refers to the human chest, which actually refers to the heart. And
thank you.
Means He knows what's in your heart.
Okay.
And you who have believed, all you who believe, be standing up as witnesses to Allah with fairness, and do not let some people cause you to deal unjustly. To be standing up as witnesses, I would say it should really say be standing up as witnesses for Allah, but I guess to Allah, okay. And do not let some people cause you to deal unjustly. Deal justly. It is near to piety. And fear Allah.
For those of you who don't know, piety is faithfulness.
Right. And fear Allah. How many times have we heard this? Fear Allah. Surely Allah is aware of what you do.
He's peeping again.
I know.
See, if you notice with this, is there anywhere in the Bible says, in order for you to believe in God, you have to fear Him?
No.
Paul?
It talks about what the term that's used for fear actually is a reference also to reverence, the concept of reverence, rather than an actual scary type thing. So when they talk about when they describe fearing God in the Bible, they're actually it's synonymous with the term reverence. So I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and I'm also pretty sure in the Bible, you're not going to be threatened with all sorts of nasty things up in hell.
I mean, there are things that that God says you're just you have your reward, but again, He doesn't threaten to kill you. He doesn't threaten to have people kill you.
Does God in the Bible threaten that you're going to be boiled? Your skin's going to be boiled, and then it's going to grow back. And
Mark 9 describes hell, where the worm dieth not and the fire is not quenched. That's the most graphic it gets.
Okay.
Yeah, but the fear that is in the Bible comes out from you disobeying certain commands, and you have to fear the punishment. It's not in order for you to love me, you have to fear me.
Right. No. It's and again, the term fear in the Bible, when it refers to God, is when it's used, it is synonymous. The way it is written in Hebrew and Greek is synonymous. I mean, I took Hebrew, I took Greek too many years ago. But when it's used, it is used synonymously with reverence. So that's the understanding. I mean, this is different because it's constantly saying you have reason to fear because He's going to physically harm you in this world and in the next. That's something to understand, because He keeps talking about physically harming the unbeliever, which He calls infidels.
So, to the Bible compared with the Quran, I love God for God loving me. God loves me for me to love Him. In the Quran, I have to fear Him. So I have to do everything I do out of fear, not out of love.
That is, and in the Bible, this is the big difference. In the Bible, God first loves us. We don't start with love, and the truth is, human beings don't start with love. They have to be taught to love by their parents, and they actually have done psychological studies on this, which I think are very sick. Children have died as a result of some of these studies, and been severely disabled as a result. But and these are the things you learn from taking basic psychology classes. And they actually studied and learned, children have to be taught to love, and if they aren't taught to love, then you get a whole slew of psychological issues.
And you teach them love by showing them love, by giving them the love.
Yes.
Not
and
by
Allah
telling them and showing them fear.
Yeah, this is not. That's the difference. Allah has not taught us anything in these books, in these chapters so far, about what love means. And if you go through even the first sacrifice in the Bible, which is when Adam and Eve are about to leave, God sacrifices a lamb and clothes them. All right, that's an act of love. He's giving them clothing. That's the beginning. Of teaching. He talked with them every day. He walked with them. Those are acts of love, but we don't see that here. Unless they consider telling someone to be fearful, I don't see that as being loving. I just don't.
Right. Okay, let me see number 9. Allah promises those who believe Allah promises Allah promises those who believed and did good deeds, to them forgiveness and a great wage. What is this wage? I want to know. And those who became infidels and denied our verses, those are the companions of hell.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, you
Wait
who
a second.
believe.
Allah promised. Where did he promise?
Where did he promise?
Those who
9.
Allah promises those who believed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't promise. He didn't anything above. He didn't promise. I mean, in this chapter, he has not promised anything. That's correct.
But according to Allah, he picks and chooses. Right. He decides who's going to hell and who's going to be guided. So when he promised them, I promise you I'm going to give you a car. Does that mean I'm giving you a house, or I'm putting you in heaven?
All right.
So this is again another reason. If Allah only promises those who believe, then there's a good reason for you not to follow Allah if you don't believe. I mean, he doesn't want to give you any rewards if you don't follow him. So he doesn't first love you. That is the underlying point here. He hates you, in fact. That's the unfortunate truth here.
And Allah plays games with you. Okay, so all you who believe, remember the grace of Allah on you. Okay. They are a people who stretch forth their hands against you, so he kept his hands from you. That doesn't make any. Who?
So he kept their hands from you.
Okay, so the infidels are people who stretch forth their hands against you, so Allah kept their hands from you. Okay, I got it now.
Wait a minute. What happens if the infidels win?
Well, then
that happens quite a lot.
then I guess you're screwed. Allah will say that he was on vacation.
No, I think he just flipped a coin again and said, "Okay, too bad for you this time."
Well, this goes back to chapter 8, verse 65 and 66. Okay. Kept his hands against from and fear Allah. Okay. And on Allah, so let the believers depend. Okay. And indeed, Allah took a covenant with the children of Israel. Now, I'd like to know which covenant was this?
Okay, so the children of Israel don't know about this because Allah is nowhere mentioned in the Torah, the Navim, the prophets, or the Ketubim, which is the writings. That's in the entire Old Testament, what Christians call the Old Testament, there is no Allah.
See, here's a good one. And indeed, Allah took a covenant with the children of Israel, and out of them we raised up 12 chiefs. And Allah said, surely I am with you. Now, who is Israel?
Wait a second. Who is Israel according to who?
Well, according to the Quran.
Well, if he's got to deal with the children of Israel, then guess who's out? Ishmael.
Because Israel.
The other question: how did Muhammad know about all this? Was he able to read Hebrew or Aramaic?
Well,
since the books were not written in Arabic.
Well,
so how did he read them?
What we do know is that in his travels, he ran into what we would call Gnostic Jews and Gnostic Christians. And some of the stories he heard were really out there.
Yeah, but you guys are forgetting a major point. Muhammad had nothing to do with this.
Yes.
And now new according to the French and the Germans, it's looking like this was taken from a Aramaic book or Aramaic writings. That's why, and this was done hundreds of years after Momo supposedly lived. So that's how it makes sense, because the children of Israel, and out of them we raised 12 chiefs. But we all know that the 12 tribes came from one person, Jacob.
Yeah.
So the children of Israel are the 12 tribes, that you could say. So, I mean, and Allah said, ask a Muslim, okay, if the Quran is clear, detailed, and explained. If you ask a Muslim, according to your Quran, who are the children of Israel? They can't tell you. And here's the thing: I don't think anybody has actually thought about these things when they debate Muslims, which is why I am like foaming at the mouth to find some Muslims so I can debate.
Kufar,
yeah.
If you notice when they have debate, they pick up topics, okay, that's basically kind of obvious, everybody familiar with. Comes to you, your topics are kind of odd. Comes to me, my topics are odd because I nitpick on the Quran itself and what the exact things in the Quran are saying. Okay, most people find this not important, which in reality it is important. Any book you read, in order for you to understand it, the language has to be correct. You have to understand the language in it, and the only way you can understand that language by the way it is, if it's written correctly and properly. So if the language is not written properly, things are not very clear in it, how can you understand that book? Okay, and that's what I concentrate on more than the hadiths and the tafsir, because they contradict each other. You pick on certain things like points like this, for example, like geography or the birth, or you pick on topic that most people don't pick on, and they don't like, the Muslims don't like that. They like for you to come and present a point for 15, 20 minutes, so they already know what's you're out there and how they can respond to it. But when you start asking them question by question and dissecting things from here and here and putting them on the spot, they get lost.
Well, see, I only deal with Quranic claims, so and that's why they don't like to debate me.
Yep.
Because the minute they know, okay, well, I can't run to the Bible.
It's not just that. They can't even run to their hadith because the hadith has nothing. Hadith is a man-made.
Right.
It came after. We're dealing with the exact Quran says. Like I've been asking the Muslims in the Middle Eastern section on Paltalk, if Allah created everything in pair, is the water created by Allah? Yes. Is there a male and female water? Oh, well, it applies on
that's
it applies on
interesting.
human. Okay, it applies on human, but where does it say that in the Quran? It says everything. Like you brought actually that up, Kuffar. The term everything does not have an exception in it.
Right. There's no qualifier. Everything is everything.
So that's why they're afraid to talk to you. They would not talk to me. They rather go to some people who sit there, entertain them with, okay, this is what the tafsir says. This is what the hadith says. This is what your Muhammad did. This is what I should. I mean, to me, that is stupid. There's no reason for me to pick up the nastiness and the disgusting things to talk about, where I can bring actually the Quran from what it says and destroy it on its own.
Yeah, see, here's the other thing as far as the and of everything we created in pairs, they will tell you, no, it doesn't mean male and female. It means that everything has an opposite: day, night, the sun, the moon.
What's the opposite of water?
Fire? I don't know.
God created mountains. What is the opposite of mountain?
I have no clue, but I'm just saying. These are people who can't think. Somehow,
or you tell them, is God capable of everything according to your Quran? Yes. Then is God capable of becoming a man? That doesn't fit his description.
Right.
What does the description have to do with ability?
Yeah, because everything doesn't mean everything to a Muslim. Okay, and
is your Allah everything and everywhere? Yes, He's everywhere. Is He in the bathroom? Oh, you can't say that. No, He's not. You just told me He's everywhere. Right. Is He the bathroom part of everywhere? Man, so that's why they don't like this kind of discussion.
That just painted a bad picture of me in the bathroom, and I'm thinking, oh man, God's watching me take a crap. Oh man.
Well, okay. That's not the bathroom for me. That's Mecca. If I'm doing number 2, that's Medina.
That's okay. All All right, let's
So
go to
if you hear me
12.
saying I'm going to Mecca, I mean I'm doing number 1. If I say I'm
Imagine,
going to Medina, that means I'm doing number 2.
we've only covered 12 verses in 1 hour. I'm never going to finish this book. Okay, 12. And indeed, Allah took a covenant with the children of Israel. We don't know what this covenant entailed. And out of them, so out of the children of Israel, we raised up 12 chiefs, but we don't know who Israel is. And Allah said, surely I am with you. If you performed the prayer and brought the legal alms and believed in my messengers and Azara, what's number 9?
Okay, I'm sorry. Help. And help them. It means help.
Okay, legal alms and believed in my messengers and helped them and lend Allah a good loan.
Wait a minute. I thought we weren't supposed to do any loaning. I mean, I've heard, but we're supposed to. But Allah has not only asked for a loan before, He's asking for a second loan.
I guess so.
What does Allah need if He? I mean, if
Because
Allah, this tells us Allah has needs.
Because didn't we talk about Allah needed a loan in the previous chapters?
Yeah. So apparently Allah is hard up.
But this gets better. This gets better. Now listen here. And then lend Allah a good loan. When you loan Allah a good loan, I will surely atone for you your evils. And I will admit you into the gardens below them, the rivers flow. Now, is I referring to Allah? Or is I referring to Muhammad? I guess it would be Allah. I mean, either way, Allah
that's a good question. I mean, that's in fact, it's an extremely good point, because if Allah's talking in the third person, He wouldn't be using the singular I, which is what He just did. And then on Allah good. So Muhammad will surely atone for your evils. Muhammad will admit you. Why would He? I mean, you don't do both unless it's another person. So has Allah just committed shirk? I mean, who is this other person here? I mean, that is extremely important to actually address.
Right. But now that I'm reading this, it sounds like Allah saying, hey, if you give me a good loan, I'm going to atone for your evils, and I'm going to admit you into the gardens. So
is He asking for money? I mean, it doesn't say what He. Oh yeah, it did say He's asking for money, legal alms.
So if you Allah can be bribed. That's what I'm getting at. And there's the gardens, and below them the rivers flow. Okay. So the gardens are up on the hill if the rivers are below. That's
kind of an odd statement right there. Usually the gardens are in the valleys.
Yeah. and if the rivers are below, that means the water is flowing underneath the gardens.
Oh, so, we're talking about desert people again.
Yeah, but remember, this is in Allah's heaven. It's not in the desert. Allah, So whoever of you becomes an infidel after that, after what?
So you can become an infidel in heaven. Look at that. You can become an infidel in heaven.
So whoever of you becomes an infidel after that, after what? After you loan Allah a good loan and He does away with your evils?
After He admitted you into heaven.
Exactly.
After He admitted you into the garden.
Aha. That's a very good one. So so Allah will admit you to the heavens, and then
in other words, you cheated on Allah. You told Him you're a believer. You gave Him His money, and He put you in, but then you left Him.
You left Him, yeah. Okay, so whoever of you becomes an infidel after that, so indeed he has gone astray from the right way. So by their breaking their covenant, which again, we don't know what this covenant entails, we have cursed them and have hardened their hearts. They swift the words. What? Oh, they shift the words from their places. And they have forgotten part of what they were reminded of. Okay. So they shifted the words around and they forgot parts of what somebody told them. Okay. You will not cease to discover deceit on their part, except in a few of them. So pardon them and forgive. Surely Allah loves the doer of good. But I thought Allah will kill you if you don't sin. Now, is sinning considered doing something good?
Under Sharia, it is.
Okay.
I mean,
Number 14.
That's where it gets interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
Allah says he'll kill you if you don't sin, but and lying is good, which we would call sinful. So, I guess there's a lot of interesting statements here.
14. And some of those who say, surely we are Nasara, that doesn't mean Christians. We took their covenant. Again, what covenant did Allah have with these people? Because a Nasara is not a Christian. Allah does not know the. Huh?
What is Nasara then?
That's not the word for Christian.
Nasara basically.
That's probably a heretical sect because the word for Christian starts with an M.
The word for Christian starts with what?
With an M.
Oh, yeah, Masihiyin.
Yeah.
Nasara originally, they're the ones who actually try to translate the Bible in their own way. And they were actually a group. I mean, their Jews supposedly became Christians, but they translated the Bible in their own way. And in other words, they're heretics. They have nothing to do with
that's the Gnostics I keep referring to.
I mean, it could be the Gnostics.
Okay, but that would fit. These are the Gnostic we would call, but again, they're not Christians. They are exactly heretics. Thank you.
And Allah would know what the word Christians is because there is an Arabic word for Christians. Just like there's a word for Mary in Arabic, and it ain't Mariam. It's Mari. Mari.
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah. Okay, so surely we are okay, and some of them and some of those who say surely we are Nasara, we took their covenant, but we don't know what this covenant is. So they have forgotten a part of what they were reminded of. So we have stirred up enmity and hatred among them until the resurrection day. So Allah he's not a very good God. So just because they forgot part of what they were reminded, he's going to put hatred in them and he's going to cause division. And Allah will inform them of what they were doing. Yeah, after you did after you stirred up all that hatred, then you're going to tell them what they were doing. I mean, this is a really good God, man. I'm going to have to get in line.
I'm trying to find out where does it say Jews and Christians are misled? Is that like an addition?
Oh, no. This is saying that the Christians, it says, surely we are Nasara. And so Allah is saying, and some of those who say.
Where is that? Where is it supposed to be mentioned?
Chapter 14. I'm sorry, verse 14.
Well, verse 14 doesn't have, there's nothing there says Jews.
No, it doesn't say Jews. No. What you're seeing is, if you look at the screen where it says Jews and Christians, that's what I was trying to read. That's Osama saying that the Jews and the Christians were misled.
Yeah, but he added Jews when the Jews is not mentioned.
No. He's not saying that it's mentioned in the Quran.
Oh.
He's just saying that Allah misled the Jews and the Christians. And then he says, the Quran is a clear book that will guide them straight. Okay. So apparently somebody misled the Jews and the Christians, and the Quran, which is a clear book, came to guide them on the straight path.
Okay. The question would be who did mislead the Jews and the Christians?
Well, that would have to be Allah.
Well, did Allah send Moses to the Jews?
No.
I mean, no.
Where did Jews? Okay, yeah.
That.
By Moses, you would have the 12 tribes, so you would have the tribe of Judah.
Okay. So according to Muslims, Moses was for the Jews and Isa was for the Christians.
That would make sense to me, but that's
and they
just
are
me.
prophets sent by Allah.
I mean, that's
Who
just
misled
me.
them? Their prophets or Allah?
I would say Allah. Allah says he guides who he wants and misleads who he wants.
So in
So
this case, he misled his prophets as well.
could be. All that waste of time that those poor prophets did. But remember, he sent 124,000. Picture that, 124,000. That means his message sucked. Because I guarantee you there wasn't 124 nations. Maybe he sent one to each little city, and probably from the time of Adam, whatever.
He sent them with their books. Where are those books?
I don't know. I guess they all received the same copy of the same book. I have no clue, brother. 15. O people of the book. I still don't know what this book is. Indeed, our messenger came to you to clear up much that you were hiding from the book. Okay.
And he says,
how do you hide
here?
How do you hide something from a book? The only way you could hide something from a book is if you rip out pages from the book.
Oh, wait a minute. So clear up much that you were hiding from the book. Okay. Pardons you much. And yeah, it's not clear. It is definitely not clear.
What did Muhammad clear from the Bible?
I have no idea.
I don't think he actually had one, because if he did, he wouldn't have been so messed up.
Right.
What did he clear from the Torah?
Well, Muslims will tell you, as far as the Christians are concerned, he cleared up the fact that Christians are supposed to only worship the one true God, and that Jesus isn't, and that Jesus isn't the Son of God.
Okay, but
and he wasn't crucified.
What Christian will tell you I believe in three gods? Which Christian will tell you I believe in three gods?
I have no clue.
There is no.
Even to this day,
it violates essential doctrine.
They just can't grasp the concept of the Trinity. And I don't even bother trying to
I think that's funny. I mean, no matter how many times I hear that, I think it's humorous, because when you refuse to accept what someone else says they believe, that makes you really stupid and again, this is not reading for understanding. It makes your brain about a third grade level.
But
I don't know how else to explain it.
Forget about the Trinity. We're not talking about the Trinity. My question is whether I believe in the Trinity or I believe in the sextrinity or quarternity. When did you ever hear a Christian say, I believe in three gods?
That's exactly the point. That's what I'm saying, is if they insist that's what I'm getting at. When they refuse to accept when someone else says they believe, it actually, again, it shows they don't read for understanding, which means they read on a third grade level. It also shows they're incapable of processing information that they are given, which means they have special needs. I'm a retired special education teacher. I can tell you that is exactly what that means. It says they have a processing issue. And that's that's an actual special education diagnosis. So that's something serious.
And this it gets even worse. Okay, O people of the book, indeed our messenger came to you to clear up much that you were hiding from the book, and pardons you much. So Muhammad can pardon people. Pardon them of what? Pardon them of hiding things from the book?
Pardon, isn't that like forgiving?
Yeah.
How come he wasn't able? How could he pardon those people, but he wasn't able to pardon his own mother from going to hell?
I don't know. That's a very good question. Indeed, a light and a clear book came to you from Allah. Okay, where is this clear book?
I mean, it hasn't been clear yet. I haven't seen anything in this.
I mean, I don't know who the children of Israel are. I don't know who these 12 chiefs are. I don't know their names. I don't know why there was 12. Why couldn't it be 13? Is maybe 13 a bad number? All right, 16. Allah will guide with it the one who will follow his pleasure to the ways of peace. I'm not even sure what that follow his pleasure. What pleasure? Sexual pleasures?
Well, that's what Allah's into. I mean, and don't forget, he likes money and women.
He's very.
I mean, he likes money, women, and
he's very pinky.
Yeah, he's very physical. He's very physical for a god.
Okay, but wait a minute. Allah will guide with it. Okay, but if Muhammad is guiding people with the book, how is Allah guiding the people? Okay.
Which book?
I have no, well, I don't know. Probably according to number 12, I'm pretty sure that's the Quran. And a light and clear book, that's got to be the Quran.
Well, it's not very clear. That's the humor of this again. Right. We keep saying that over and over again. When you listen, you can hear it's not clear.
Everything is written here is about something in the past. If you're going to talk about the Quran, it's going to be something in your hand and for the future.
Well, if they're claiming it's prophetic, yeah, it should be about the future. But there's nothing that he hasn't mentioned anything in the future. We've read 4 chapters. There's nothing really mentioned about the future, except for your possibility of going to hell or heaven. That's it.
Now, Paul, is 12? Does Osama say 12 is the Quran?
Just a second.
Or is it?
Yes, he does say that is the Quran.
Okay, so yeah, does it say in Arabic came?
Huh?
In that verse, does it say came to you from Allah?
What verse?
So we're still
15.
on 15.
We're in
15. People of the book, our messenger came to you. But yeah, Ahlul Kitab, anytime people of the book, those words always refer to the Jews and the Christians.
No. I'm talking about where it says, indeed, a light and clear book came to you from Allah.
Yeah, it's the next passage in that verse. One of the next passages.
Because if it does say came, then your point that you made was valid.
Okay. People of the book.
No. Forget
keep
that.
Going. Keep going. Go farther.
The next sentence where it says,
after he pardons. After he pardons.
You mean 16?
No.
Just the phrase before 16. The phrase before.
Right after it says pardons you. Pardons you much.
And forgive. He's enlightening you about what you misseen or did not see from the book. Yeah, and he forgive you.
Okay.
Now
keep going after that where it says indeed a light and a clear book.
Yeah.
It says came to you?
Came to you, yeah. It was brought to you from Allah.
Right. But
light and book.
It is the word came.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a past tense. The Quran couldn't have come because Muhammad is the one who brings the Quran. So that should say, indeed, a light and a clear book comes to you from Allah.
Or will come.
Or will come. But I would probably say comes to you.
That word means came in the past.
So Allah's a little confused here. He doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future.
Okay, but don't forget, Allah sent the Quran. So Allah sent the Quran with what happened before the Quran. Now, Muslims will tell you this is miracle, this is prophecy. Most of what is written in the Quran is about things that already happened, that you cannot claim that as a prophecy. A prophecy has to be written in the Quran, and we see it applied today. Everything in the Old Testament is a prophecy because it applied on everything that happened in the New Testament. But everything in the Quran is written before the Quran happened. And then when it talks about the Quran, it talks about the Quran that it's right there and then. That's not a prophecy.
And this again, I think this is somewhat humorous again, because I think Dr. Kufarphobia has it really nailed that Allah is confused about past, present, and future. I I've heard of. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at my I haven't looked at a DSM book and where you diagnose psychiatric illness, but if he can't tell the difference between past, present, and future, I'm starting to wonder if Allah has a mental illness where he doesn't differentiate between those three.
Actually, there are sentences in there, or well, according to a brother of ours, he calls them sentences, not verses. When you read them, I'm going to give you an example to how they are written. I went to school tomorrow to learn history yesterday. And I went to school yesterday to learn geography the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So there is confusion in past, present, singular, plural, male, female,
Yes.
numbers. There's confusion in everything.
Yeah, this is one of the things Usama actually harps on. I've heard him actually talk about this, and again, the funny thing here is we're reading a passage here that says, indeed, a light and clear book. If you can't differentiate between past, present, and future, if you can't differentiate in languages like Spanish, many different languages outside of English, the plurals, the singulars, there's numbers, there's feminine, there's masculine. The Quran mixes them up, but it's supposed to be a clear book.
Yeah.
That's the miracle of the Quran.
Yes, that's the well. See, here's
why
the thing.
That's why I'm wondering if there's mental illness.
But boy, dude, I have the perfect answer for this. The reason this is so messed up, you got to remember, they're making the Quran like it's poetry, so it has to rhyme. So when they recite the Quran and it sounds so beautiful, that's because they're making it so that it sounds that way. But when you read it to understand it, you're like, what the hell am I reading?
That's a good excuse, but it's not it's not an answer, because poetry was written better in better language, better grammar, better structure than this garbage. Okay. And the other thing, for a person who understands and reads the book, in order for you to believe in a book like this, you need two things: ignorant of reading and ignorant of the language, and rely on what you are told. So if you don't know how to read the book, you don't know the structure of the language, okay, you're going to believe anything that you are told. But somebody who knows that this is grammatically error, this is historically error, this is, they're going to look at you like, this is stupid.
So there's two possibilities here, and I think that's what it comes down to. The person who decided to put this book into Arabic didn't know Arabic well, or there's actual mental illnesses. You can look this up on, you can type in mental illness, and you can type in distortion between past, present, and future, or confusion between past, present, and future. And there are actual mental illnesses that exist where people can't tell the difference between past, present, and future. So that's something to think about. I mean, it's just because that's what we're seeing in the Quran.
Well, we also know that the Quran pretty much starts progressing under the Abbasids. And I think the Abbasids came from up north,
Yes.
more like the Persians and so forth.
Yes.
So maybe that's why they weren't Arabs.
Well, my understanding is they were Syrian. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd have to go back and double check, but I mean,
they could be. So they would know.
They are northern people.
So they would know. They would probably know more of Syriac, Aramaic, which is why now they're saying that a lot of this stuff can only make sense if it's read in Aramaic.
Yes, because that's what the original writing was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that says quite a lot, doesn't it?
They tried to do their best. That's why you have so many foreign words I mean, they took words from Aramaic, Syriac, they took words from the Hebrew, they took words from the Greek. I mean, how can this be a book of Allah? And it's definitely not in Arabic.
When I talked to Usama about this translation, and I was talking about all the foreign words, he told me a story about how he almost gave up when he started doing this because he couldn't find the definitions of all these words. And that's why he actually puts them in, and he puts the footnotes in to show you. And his whole purpose in showing you that is to show you there are, I think it's over 200 words. I can't remember how many.
270.
Yeah, he actually gave me the number, and I don't remember. But he talked about how he was getting so frustrated, and he was talking to his fellow Arabic speakers, and why can't I find these words? And I can't remember who he talked. He mentioned the name of who he talked to, and he says, "Did you ever consider these might not be Arabic words?"
Right.
And Usama is from Egypt. It was his native language, so he was
actually Usama. His native language is not Arabic.
Oh,
he's Coptic, and they have their own
Coptic, yes.
language. Okay. The Arabic was introduced on them, and actually, at one point, Muslims had to cut their tongues to prevent them from speaking it.
Well, it would be his native language because that's it's native to the people who live in Egypt today. So that would make it native to him when he was born at that point, because the Arabic was imposed on them. They didn't have a choice. Yes, there was a huge difference in language.
I don't know. Are you familiar with the author called Taha Hussein?
You've mentioned that name before. I may even have a book from him. I don't know.
Okay. I'm asking Paul.
No, I don't know the name.
Okay. He is a blind writer and
all right, let me
literature writer. I mean, he got a couple of Nobel Prizes in literature in Arabic. Mm-hmm. He originally was a Muslim. He studied in Azhar. He had a few degrees here and there. He passed away, by the way. But he wrote a book, and he left Islam. He wrote a book about all the non-Arabic words that are mentioned in the Quran.
If you could send me that book in Skype, I'll definitely look it up. Thank you.
I don't know. Then I'm trying to find if it's written in translated in English, but I'll send it to you if I find it.
Thank you.
But I'll give you the name. I'm going to put in Taha Hussein. I put it in the private comment.
Thank you.
I mean, you can. It might not be, but you will. I mean, it will correct you if the spelling is wrong.
All right, it should. And I'm gonna put that into the chat room so they can get that correct. Then, all right, just get to the chat. All right, interesting. We're learning a lot of new things here, people.
He is actually Egyptian, okay, and he was put in prison a few times because of him going against the Quran and what the Quran says. Okay, he has a long history with all this, but there's one of his books actually he mentions. I'm not sure if it's his or he's co-written it with somebody else, but it mentions all the words that are non-Arabic in the Quran.
You just take a quick look at our local Amazon.
Yes. I think I have a few books that deal with the foreign words. I'd have to look for them. But where do we leave off? Oh, number 17. Okay.
17.
Infidels indeed are those who said, surely Allah is the Messiah, the son of Mary. Say, so, okay.
Wait a minute.
Who would say that Allah is Christ, the son of Mary?
Allah's the Messiah. Wait a minute. There's nothing. Nobody would say this.
I know.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean,
do you know anybody that says God is the Messiah? I mean, like God the Father, not Jesus, because we know Jesus. His title was the Messiah, the Christo. So infidels are those who said, surely Allah is the Messiah, the son of Mary. Say, So who could have anything against Allah if he desired to destroy the Messiah, the son of Mary, and his mother, and all who are on the earth? And to Allah the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them. He creates what he wills. And Allah has might over all. Well, but that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay? Because remember, on Judgment Day, the rocks and the trees will give up the hiding places of the Jews, except a particular tree that was from the Jews. So Allah did not have might over that tree. That's a problem. The Jews had a tree that disobeyed Allah.
Wait. A tree?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So trees can think and do things on their own?
Because on the Day of Judgment, actually the Day of Judgment won't come until the Muslims wipe out all the Jews. And the rocks and the trees will say, hey, Muslim, there's a Jew hiding behind me. Except, I think it's called the Garda tree, which is the tree of the Jews. So the Jews created a tree that's going to disobey Allah. It's not going to tell Muslims they're hiding behind me. So that negates this verse over here, which says Allah has the might over all things. He does not have the might over the Garda tree.
Okay, I'm not seeing where you are. I guess maybe I'm missing it.
I'm on 17. I'm just saying this is in the Hadith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out that according to the Hadith, there's one tree from the Jews that's not going to tell the Muslims where the Jews are hiding so they can go and kill them. Because the end times can't come until the Muslims wipe out all the Jews. But this particular tree or brush or whatever you want to call it is not going to tell the Muslims. Therefore, that tree is disobeying Allah.
And this is, I look at verse 17, and this is why again, it just shows a lower level of comprehension. This is why they flat out refuse to accept what Christians believe. It says, surely Allah is the Messiah or the Christ. Christ or Messiah does not matter, because Christ is just the Greek word for Messiah, the son of Mary. So who could have anything against Allah if he desired to destroy the Christ? But again, this is such misunderstanding of what Christians believe. I mean, it's like gobbledygook. I mean, it doesn't actually make sense because it doesn't acknowledge what the Christians believe. It imposes their beliefs on the Christians, their beliefs about Christians. It's just kind of sick that they're not willing to comprehend is what it comes down to.
Well, I mean, we can see that all over the place. These people, their lack of comprehension is just totally amazing. And here's a hadith. It doesn't have the number, but I pulled it up. It says, the day of judgment will not come about until Muslims fight the Jews, when the Jew will hide behind stones and trees. The stones and the trees will say, oh, Muslims, oh, Abdullah, there is a Jew behind me. Come and kill him. Only the Garda tree, the boxthorn tree, they have it here in parentheses, would not do that because it is one of the trees of the Jews. So the Jews have a tree.
They have their own trees. So Allah didn't create all the trees.
No.
So there's another creator.
Or he created a tree that doesn't obey him. That's the only other option. You got two options. Allah didn't create that tree, or that tree has more power than Allah because it refused to tell the Muslims, hey, I got a Jew hiding behind me. Why don't you come and chop off his head?
What tree was that?
So the Garda.
What?
Garda, I think it's Ghardad. It's in one of the hadiths.
That explains somebody's name that we see in the chat room all the time. I didn't. I hadn't picked it up.
Reopen the closed tab.
By the way, one thing up completely kind of up that. Paul, according to the Muslims, do you know where Maryam gave birth to Isa?
Underneath a date palm tree.
Underneath the palm tree, date tree.
Yeah.
Bethlehem doesn't have no palm trees. There's no palm trees there.
Are
Things
there any
they can't comprehend?
Do they have date trees in Mecca?
Date tree? Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Saudi Arabia is full of them.
But maybe what's because it's called a date palm tree.
We have palm trees, but in Bethlehem itself, there's none.
But a palm tree doesn't give you dates. The date tree is also called a date palm tree.
Yes.
So
that's where you want to put it. Okay.
Bethlehem,
the city of Bethlehem itself does not have neither or.
Right. Okay, so you're talking about
go there.
You're talking about in Bethlehem. There's no date or palm trees.
No palm trees. Period. Whether they give dates or just palm trees, they don't exist in Bethlehem. Outside in Jerusalem, you find them. Some other parts of the country, yes, but Bethlehem does not have them.
It just shows that Allah doesn't know very much about geography. He hasn't traveled very far.
Okay, I spelled the name wrong. It's GHARQAD. That's the tree that is going to defy Allah's might and not gonna. It's not gonna squeal. It's not gonna be a squealer and tell the Muslims that a Jew is hiding behind it. All right, so we're in verse 18. And the Jews and the Nasara said, "We are sons of Allah and His beloved." No, okay, but okay. So we are the sons. So the Jews and Christians think that they're the sons of Allah, but Allah is not a father. So why would they say that they're the sons of Allah when Allah is never referred to as a father? Right? Muslims don't say we are the sons of Allah, do they?
Because Muslim. Now you say you're the son of the USA. That's. I mean, in English might not sound right.
Actually, I've never said that because to me it would be kind of stupid. I am not the son of the USA.
Okay, but it's not referred to literally son.
Right.
Like when you say son of Jordan,
right,
son of Lebanon.
Right.
That does not mean the country has actually.
Right. I understand, but my
that's
point
what
is
when it's referred to. But yet the Muslims are so idiot. They change it to literal. How could God have? I'm the son of God. Does that mean he has to have a wife?
Right.
But yet their Allah can have sex.
Right. But here's the thing: no Christian or Jew. Well, Allah is never referred to as a father. So why would a Jew or a Christian say that they're sons of Allah when Allah is their master? They're slaves. Now we say that we are the sons
Jews
of.
Don't say God is our father.
Huh?
Jews do not refer to God as a father.
Yes, they do.
Father?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
This is the first time I hear about it, but okay.
Yeah.
But this doesn't make sense.
But even though it's not meant literal.
Right.
It's not meant to say when he says it's not meant literal, it doesn't mean that there's actual someone going out and having sex with their mother. That's
right. But the thing is, no Muslim believes that Allah is a father. So
yeah.
So we keep going. So we are.
But they do believe that Allah does engage in sex.
With the exception of Sheikh Rohi, actually Allah does engage in sex, because if Allah blew in Maryam's vagina, how did he blow? Did he use a pipe?
Hey.
So he was physically blowing in her vagina.
So it is
an oral sex. That is sex.
Cunnilingus.
According to Sheikh Ruhi, Allah is his father because Allah blew in his mother's vagina and she got pregnant with him.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Okay, so in the Jews and the Nasara, I'm not going to say Christians because I'm not a Nasara, said we are the sons of Allah and his, whoa. Oh, okay. And his beloved. I'm reading that as Allah has a beloved. But okay, but I got it. Say, so why does he torment you for your sins? Yet you are human among those created. What the hell? I don't
It
understand
doesn't
where
make
that
any
came from.
sense.
He will forgive.
It's not clear.
Right. He will forgive whom he wills and torment who he wills. So
Allah
again,
just likes to torment
it
people.
is useless to be a Muslim because you don't know if Allah is going to
We read
forgive you
earlier,
or if he's going to torment you.
yeah, we did read earlier that Allah liked you to sin so he could torment you more.
Yeah.
So again,
I mean, and according to Muhammad, Allah loves for you to sin so much that he's willing to kill you and replace you with a sinner who's going to ask Allah for forgiveness. That to me right there should say a red flag should come up. Wait a minute. God is going to kill me for sinning? Shouldn't it be the other way around? You get punished for sinning. No, but Allah rewards you for sinning because if you don't sin, he's going to wipe you out. And to Allah the kingdom of the heavens and the earth and what is between them, and to him is the final return. Okay. I'm pretty
the final
sure.
return of what?
I guess when you die. It should say, and to him you will return when you die. But that's okay. That's just me. 19. Oh, people of the book. I think we're going to cut it off at 7:30, 2 hours. Man, I've been getting people complaining that the shows are just too long.
Yeah, I can get that.
Well,
it's kind of.
See, I'm used to long shows. Christian Prince sometimes does 6, 7, 8 hours.
I can't do that.
Sam Shimon goes. I mean, a guy's like, does he ever sleep? Because I'll see him on 3, 4, 5 times on the same day. So for me, if it's something that's like it's got some meat and it's juicy, but if it's boring like this, I think 2 hours is good enough to not kill people. Oh, people of the book, again, I don't know who these people of the book are. I don't know what book. Indeed, our messenger came to you to show you after this. But when did Muhammad go to the Christians? What Christians?
He never did. He never did that we know of. It's never recorded. I mean, I've read the Surahs. I don't remember seeing any place where he goes to Christians. He does go to Jews and insist he knows more about Judaism than they do.
Well, we know
they laugh at him for.
We know that there was at least 3 major Jewish tribes. Two he exiled them, and then the other one, we know what happened to them. It wasn't very pleasant. So our messenger came to you. Okay, I would. That's one of the questions I would ask a Muslim. What Christians did Muhammad go to? Where did they live? Okay. Now I know there were Christians in Yemen, because that has to deal with the chapter of the Battle of the Elephants, the chapter of the elephants, because the king that supposedly attacked Mecca was a Christian. Okay. Oh, people of the book, indeed our messenger came to you. Again, that should be our messenger comes to you to show you. But whatever. Oh, people of the book, indeed our messenger came to you to show you after the cessation of the messengers that you say.
So here's what I think is extremely important for people to understand. There is no mention of the word prophet here.
Right. But Muslims will tell you, well, Muhammad was a messenger and a prophet.
They can't prove it from there. They can't prove it.
They will say some messengers can be prophets, but not all messengers are prophets. I mean, it's a cockamamie bullcrap. That's all I can say. You say, no giver of good news or a warner came to us. So indeed, he, 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get that.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, so 13 is Muhammad.
Yeah, Allah couldn't say Muhammad.
Oh, well, because he didn't know who it was,
Here is my problem, which I don't really have this problem with the Bible. If I'm reading this book and it's telling me that somebody came, but I don't know who this somebody is. Let's assume I don't know Islam and I'm trying to be a Muslim and I'm reading the Quran and I'm reading this stupid verse that says, and he who?
So just to be clear, what is the word Muhammad anywhere in this Arabic verse?
No. I can tell you there's only 4 verses with the word Muhammad, and this isn't one of them.
Oh, that's so we definitely can't know for sure that this is Muhammad.
It's assumed. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the other prophets also came to give good news. So indeed he, unknown, came to you as a giver of good news. Now, why they would use good news? I don't know, because good news means the Gospels. And a warner.
He didn't warn about anything that I know of. But then he didn't talk about, he didn't predict anything. That's the
But what's the good news? Well, what is the good news? Because to us, the good news is the message of Christ.
Well, for them, I guess the good news is they're going to kill you if you don't convert.
Okay. And Allah has might over all things. Yeah, I think we got that by now. The story of the Jews and their inheritance of the promised land is copied from the Bible. Yeah, we know that. Now, all of a sudden, hey, have you noticed something? What's the title of the chapter? The table. Have we come across anything that even slightly remotely talked about a table? That's probably at the end of the chapter. Okay, so let's read 20. We probably might make it to 24. And when Moses, how the hell did we get to Moses?
Oh, again, we have this epileptic thing where the guy doesn't know what's in order. I still think what happened is all these little scraps of verses weren't necessarily in the order that you see them. They were on scraps of paper and someone just threw them up in the air, and how they came down is how they ended up. I don't have another explanation.
All right. So, and when Moses said to his people, "Oh, my people." Now, remember in the other chapters, Moses told his people to commit suicide. But suicide is against Islam. I mean, oh my God, man. Oh.
I put a nice, anybody wants a good meme on that, I've got one, so you're free to email me. I've got a whole bunch I can send out.
send them to me, because this is just like
I'll put them out for you.
This is just so easy.
It's already in our chat. Okay. In our live chat.
This is why it's so easy to destroy the Quran, because unless during the time of Moses committing suicide was okay, and then afterwards it was abrogated, Allah said, man, I'm killing off all of my people. Let me not tell them to kill themselves. And when Moses said to the people, "Oh, my people, remember the grace of Allah on you when he made prophets among you," okay, and he made you kings, okay, and he gave you what he did not give anyone of the world, okay. I don't know what he gave, but that's okay. I don't need to know, right? I mean, "Oh, my people, enter the Holy Land, which Allah has prescribed for you." Now, what is this Holy Land? We don't know. "And do not turn away on your backs, so you will be turned back losers." Okay. 22. They said, the people, "Oh, Moses, surely in it are powerful people, and surely we will not enter it until they come out of it." I think this is when Moses sent the 7 or 12 spies, and they saw that the people over there were kind of pretty tall. Okay, "and surely we will not enter it until they come out of it. So if they come out of it, so surely we will enter." 23. 2 men among the fearers, Allah graced on them, said, "Enter on them the door." What door?
Hey, there's a door in the middle of what? Where's the door in the middle of?
Apparently, there's a door somewhere, but we don't know. So when you enter it, so surely you will be victorious. Okay. So all you got to do is two people got to enter this door, and they're going to be victorious. Okay. And on Allah, so depends. If you are believers, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't say if you were believers, because that doesn't make sense. Again, if it says you were believers, that is past tense. Let me see what my one says. What was that? 23, 24, 23? Said to men from those who feared of Allah had favored Allah on both of them. Enter upon them through the gate. Then when you have entered in it, indeed you will be victorious. And upon Allah, then put your trust if you are believers. Yes. See,
were.
Yeah,
I think those are difficult with maybe I'm wrong. What do is the verb to be? Is that a difficult thing in Arabic or no? I don't know if he's still here with us.
Did he drop out? No, he's still showing here.
Okay.
But here's the thing. It doesn't make sense to say we're believers. The same thing where when Osama says, "Oh, you who have believed." To me, I'm reading it, and like I said, English is not my first language. It tells me it's in the past. They used to believe, right? The same thing with this verse.
I don't actually take this statement as past tense. I not the way I read this. I'm thinking you use were when you use were for plurals also. So I think that's dependent on. I think it could be just you looked at not as past tense, but the fact that it's using believers as a plural. That's what I think it's referring to.
Okay, I'll let that slide. Allah gets a pass. 24, they said, "Oh, Moses, surely we will." Oh, okay, hold on a second. Didn't we just read that?
Yeah, we keep seeing it.
Yeah, surely we will not.
A lot of phrases keep repeating because they think they're pretty.
Well, remember I told you about 30-40%. I think, what was his name? Bill Warner, I think did an analysis. And I can't remember what percent he said the Quran was repetitive. I think he said 40%. I'll have to double check.
Well, that's what happens when you have very little people with little minds doing stuff like that.
I wish Bill would do like some seminars because he's actually only about 2 hours away from me.
Yeah, he's
old. He's getting up there.
I had contact. Let me know you want his contact information. I have it.
Oh, okay. They said, "Oh, hey, you know what would be cool if we could get Osama to come on our show when we're doing this dissection."
Well, let's set up a date and time, and I'm going to try and arrange that because he's actually interested.
I would probably say it would be probably the best time would be probably like on the Saturday.
He does a show Saturday night, so
no,
we start at 10 o'clock.
Right.
We start at 10 o'clock at night.
No. Well, I mean, on Saturday, yeah. I mean, it's not like I have to go to bed.
I think he does Brandon House.
Or before that. It's just on the weekdays, it's really hard because I try to go to bed.
Other than Wednesdays, I mean, I don't know. He might be able to do a Wednesday. I'll ask.
We're back to 24 where the Jews say, "Oh, Moses, surely we will never enter it as long as they're in it."
They don't even know what they've entered besides a door that's in the middle of nowhere.
So go, you and your lords.
Where are they going?
So
through a door.
They're telling Moses for him and Allah to go and engage in the war. That should be fun. Surely we are sitting down right here. So they're going to sit down and let Moses go and fight the battle all by himself with Allah. He said, "My Lord, surely I do not own anything except myself and my brother. So separate between us."
Did he forget Moses? Did he forget Moses has a sister? Allah doesn't know Moses has a sister.
Well, but maybe Moses is talking about at that particular moment, maybe it was only his brother there and not his sister. Maybe she was still in the back,
I don't know. She was there all with him all the way up to the end that we know of.
Cooking some falafels. I do not own anything except myself and my brother. So you own your brother? Really? Moses owns his brother. And he owns himself. Okay, so separate between us and the transgressing people. What does that have to do with the Jews saying, hey, why don't you go fight the battle with your Allah? He said, who? Who's he? Okay.
Maybe it's the second person. Maybe it's Allah's second person.
I'm assuming this is Allah based on what follows. He said, surely it's number 14, something is forbidden.
Oh, I'll check. I'm sorry. All right. Surely he says 14, the promised land, which
so surely it, the promised land, is forbidden to them for 40 years.
Again, I'm going to go with it being the exact. I could be wrong. If what do is here, we probably get an exit. But I don't think he has a comprehension of this. This writer has a comprehension.
But here again, I'm not a Muslim. I'm reading verse 26. He said, surely it's
pretty generic. We don't know what it is.
What is forbidden for 40 years?
Well, see, this is where you actually have to read the Bible. You have to read the Old Testament. Because if you read this, you would have no clue.
Right. And this is what
the tafsirs, the people who wrote these tafsirs and actually comment without, they actually had to read the Old Testament to find the answers.
Well, they would have had to.
One reason why this is not a complete book and it's not clear. If you have to go read another book to find clarity, it's not a clear book.
Right. They would have had to, because otherwise they wouldn't know that this is talking about, okay, for 40 years they will be lost on the earth. So do not grieve on the transgressing people. Okay.
They weren't lost is the other thing. They were not, it doesn't state they're lost. Right. They are following, they're set on a path and they're following that path. And God is providing for them. So again, it's just so sad.
Allah knows best. Alhamdulillah. All right, let me go back over here. Where am I? StreamYard. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Oh, let me see. Gedalia, I can't do it from here, darn it. She posted the,
Hadith, yeah.
What am I doing? I just have to go to Quran.
I think you can put up you can push hers and push her chat. Yeah, you can push her chat up there.
Hold on, is that Quran X? What was it? 5 what?
524.
524. All right, I think I can. I can shut down the Quran because we don't need that. So let's go over here and share. Brave commentary for 524. I don't think I need to blow. Yeah, I do need to blow it up.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Sometimes it automatically adjusts to whatever I had another web page. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, let's see. Everybody's seeing it okay? Should be, because it's okay. Okay, so according to Ibn Abbas, which really is not, this has nothing to do with Ibn Abbas. They don't know who really did it. They said, "Oh Moses, we will never enter the land of the giant people while they are in it. So go down." Yeah, go ahead.
Who is where's this land of giant people? I mean, I haven't heard of a land of
giant people. We have no clue. While they are in it. So go thou and thy Lord. Okay, we got that right. Go with your master Aaron. I didn't know Moses master.
So Moses now serves Aaron. I find that interesting.
Well, according to Ibn Abbas, and fight for your Lord. And okay. And go with your master Aaron and fight For your Lord, okay, there should have been a comma there. For your Lord will help you as he did against Pharaoh and his people. We will sit here. They're like, hey, I ain't going outside. Let's see what Dalalane says. They said, oh, Moses, we will never enter it as long as they are in it. So go forth, you and your lords. Nothing about Aaron, nothing about Aaron being the master of Moses, and fight them. We will be sitting here. Okay. I don't know who this guy is, so let's see what Ibn Kathir says. All right, Musa. Okay, for some strange reason, Ibn Kathir doesn't do individual verses. He likes to. Somebody pinged me on Club. Okay, Musa reminds his people of Allah's favor on them. The Jews refused to enter the Holy Land. Okay, again, how would we know it's the Holy Land from the Quran? You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Allah states that his servant, the messenger, to whom he spoke directly, Musa, the son of Imran.
Wait a minute. Didn't they say? Didn't it say in chapter 3? I think chapter 3 is the chapter of Imran, correct? And
Yeah.
doesn't it say that Jesus is this? That they're calling the Isa is the son of Imran. So Moses is Isa's brother.
It would be his cousin, but okay. But here's the thing.
No, because Musa, which is Moses, right?
It's spelled the same, so yeah, they
so
still confused.
That would make Jesus Moses's brother.
Yeah,
if they're following, I mean it's not cousin. It's
no, because Miriam would be.
You're right. Yeah,
Miriam is the sister.
You're correct. Yeah.
So Musa. Yeah. So okay, so now when Muslims,
so Moses would be Jesus' uncle. Oh, wow.
Right now, their excuse is that it's a sign of respect. Blah blah blah. Okay. So as you can see, Ibn Kathir goes through a long spiel, right? Isa was sent as the final prophet from the children of Israel.
Well, it doesn't say that.
Right, but that's
it says final. I mean, it does kind of hint at a final messenger.
I tell you what, we don't need the Quran. We just need to read the tafsirs. That's it. They should turn the tafsirs into the Quran because you get more information from the damn Quran. I'm sorry, from the scholars than you do from Allah. So why do I need the Quran if I need to go to Ibn Kathir, who was from the 13th century, to explain to me? Now, did Allah explain this to Ibn Kathir?
Well, he certainly must have had Ibn Kathir read the Old Testament.
Yeah, Mikel, according to that would be correct. Imran would be Isa's grandpa, since Imran is also the father of Maryam. Okay, so yeah, it's very interesting stuff.
That's kind of humorous. Moses and Aaron are uncles of their concept of Jesus.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this note, thank you. I think, I don't know, I still got 13. All the mods, thank you very much. I didn't see any Muslims. I only saw one bot. I don't know what the hell is going on with these bots. And I guess we'll do it again. I apologize. I couldn't get a debate. I am working hard to get a debate. I've contacted who did I contact? Let me see here. I've contacted Paul from Speaker's Corner, some Muslim called Naim, another Muslim that I know is from EF Dawa, and these people do not contact me back, so I don't know. Until Abbas gets enough studying behind him, I won't be debating Muhammad and the Quran with him, but he did give me a name of another Muslim who said he would be more than happy to debate me, but he's not accepting my Skype message. So I don't know what to tell you. Lisa, good to see you. Gedalia, good to see you. Well, you have your show tomorrow, so you know what? I'm not going to do anything because it'll be too late. So maybe Friday we can pick up.
Sure. Sounds good.
Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I think I'm going to rest. So thank you very much, Paul. Thank you. What do? If you still
And
look, look. It's the Filipino dancer. Why do you think Muslims need to debate someone like a waste of time? Because Aladdin, I am so well educated that my big toe is smarter than all your Muslims put together.
I think it comes down to I don't think Aladdin can just use the Quran.
No, he can't. He has to go in and run for his safety blanket. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm going to be nice. I will stay late if Aladdin will come up. But I know he's not going to come up because he's a chicken shit. He's a runner like his prophet. Yeah, right.
Come on up, Aladdin.
They always wait till I'm about to close the show or somebody else. So Aladdin, come on. Be a man. Don't be a wife. Come on the show. Come on. Man, I don't understand. Why are Muslims so afraid of me? Is it because they can't defend the claims of the Quran? The stupidity that you and I and what do and others are showing?
Aladdin,
my pet is more educated. Well, bring me your pet. I'm sure your pet knows Islam. Go ahead, Paul.
My guess is Aladdin doesn't have the ability to go beyond a third grade education, is what we keep seeing as far as reading for understanding. And Aladdin, I'm a retired school teacher, and I am tired of seeing Muslims who show us they do not read for understanding. Can you show us that you read for understanding? Because that's where I'm growing tired. I would love to see a Muslim who can prove to me they read for understanding. I am not seeing that. I'm looking for the day. Aladdin, I don't think you understand what we're saying. Again, this is where I'm saying you don't read or listen for understanding. You decide to put this is what you say. You need 5 pastors. Well, that's a statement that you're afraid to take it up. So why do you even bother coming here? You're a coward.
Right, exactly. Exactly, Mikhail.
That is just cowardly.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Aladdin, I will bring 5 pastors if you will bring 5 imams or 5 sheikhs. How about that? That sounds fair.
That's a deal. Right? I mean, it's pretty simple. If I wanted to do it, it's easy. I could just walk to my church and beat them. It's no problem.
Just bring 5 imams or 5 sheikhs. Maybe you can talk to Sheikh Ibn Farouk. So I can ask him, is it true that Allah created the angels from water along with the jinn? And if
water didn't exist before the planet.
but here's the thing. Angels are created from light. How do you create light from water? School teachers who care, I'll debate you comparative. See, Aladdin is afraid of his claims. He only wants to do Islam versus Christianity.
See, I want to talk only about the Quran because I mean that's
but they don't.
So they're I think that's where they get too scared. They don't want to talk about what their Quran says. What does that say about your faith? You have no faith. Aladdin, you are a man of no faith. I'll put it right there. You are a man of no faith. You don't believe in your Quran. You don't believe in your Allah because you won't come up and talk about your Quran. You are a man of no faith.
I mean, Muslims make all these bold claims, right, Paul? I don't make any claims about the Bible. I don't say that the Bible is a science book, that science proves the Quran is true, right? I don't go around saying that, we have the original manuscripts. I don't go around saying that the Bible wasn't written by men. I mean, only an idiot would say that the Bible wasn't written by men.
There wouldn't be Christian. It would not be what we would call biblical Christianity because the Bible tells us there are men who were used to write it. Again, that would be, stupid. It would not be considered a Christian belief. But again, the concept is we want to talk about your Quran. If you're afraid to talk about your Quran, again, you keep wanting to deflect. That's called deflection. In case you don't know it, my suggestion, Aladdin, is if you dare ever to even, if you ever dare to take on me, my suggestion for you is to take a quick class in logic. It'll probably take you Without a third grade education, my guess is, or a third grade ability to read, you may take a couple years in this. So my hope, Aladdin, is that you understand what fallacies are, because I'm gonna, if you dare to even come on with me, which I will point out every fallacious reasoning that you do. But I would do the same if I was here with my friend, Dr. Kufarphobia. I don't think you have the ability to understand. That's what my biggest concern is. I have yet to see a Muslim demonstrate he understands. That's a serious lack in ability.
Yeah, I think he ran. I mean, here's the thing. Again, we as Christians don't go around making stupid claims about the Bible. Muslims go around making stupid claims, like the Quran is miraculous, it's got science. I had to listen to
or the Quran makes these claims over and over again that it's clear, and we keep trying to find out what's clear about it.
No, Aladdin, if you can defend your claims without running to the Bible, because I know what you Muslims do. You're going to bog the person
Aladdin,
with Christianity. You're not going to answer us. A
so
debate.
Aladdin has demonstrated again he can't. No, this is so. For those of you who don't know, okay, I'm a retired special education teacher. All right, so here's the funny thing: this man has demonstrated clearly now, not once, but twice, and I bet he'll do it a third time, that he has a processing issue. Now, this is actually a diagnosis for person with special education needs. He doesn't understand when I say to him, we'll talk about the Quran. He has to talk about the Bible. So again, my question would be to him, would he be willing to talk only if he can't discuss the Quran? He is a man either of no faith. All right. He is a man of no faith. And, again, it's not hard for him to understand this because he can't he doesn't understand it. He's got a lack of processing. Maybe I don't know if that's something, you don't read for understanding because it's been typed to you several times. So Aladdin, if you can't read for understanding, that means you have a third grade reading ability. Okay, we know that's actually documented in several research documents. Again, I have my master's, I have postgraduate work. So you're demonstrating to us that your reasoning ability is lower than a third grader. That's on you, man. That's what you're doing. Thank you.
And here's the thing. This guy doesn't understand that a real debate is one topic with two opposing views. So let's say, for instance, my topic is Muhammad in the Bible? You have one side that says yes. You have one side that says no. Both sides present their evidence.
Oh, by the way, Aladdin is lying here. He said he was been on my, he said yesterday, he is lying through his teeth because I get notifications when somebody comes on my channel and leaves a note, and he is lying through his teeth. So he's, again, demonstrating that now he's demonstrating he's a liar.
But that's just it. He is a liar because he says, Paul, you don't know me. Ask Kufarphobia. I know you. You're a lying sack of shit. You're the person that told another Muslim that you had been spanking me for 6 years on Pal Talk.
I find it humorous.
When I had only been on Pal Talk 2 years. And how have you been spanking me?
My bet is after this show, he's going to have to go through and find 4 places to leave comments now. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I mean, anybody can tell the dates you leave that, and they will know from looking at the date that you are a liar. I get notifications, you idiot. I'm sorry.
Funny, he goes to our friend Steve, right? Because Steve does a show with a friend of his called Raymond. And he tells him that, who was it? That he will debate Chris Claus, myself, What Do Muslims Know, or Ask the Truth Apologetics, but it has to be on Steve's show, right? So I posted on his video and I said, okay,
I'll offer a platform for you, and I will only allow, I will not allow, I will only allow logical thought, so that you'd have to keep on the topic. I'll do the monitoring. I will not interfere or step in between. If you dare, if you want to, I'll make sure you stay on topic. I won't allow you to go off topic. So for Dr. Kufarphobia and Aladdin, if you want to create a topic, again, I won't allow fallacious reasoning. I'll call you out for that. As a monitor, I will call you out for that, because that is not.
He has challenged you right now. He will do a comparative debate with you right now.
He doesn't understand what that is, and that's the problem. He doesn't. He's demonstrating again. He doesn't listen for, again, third grade reasoning. He doesn't listen. And again, this is third grade ability. So this is a guy who probably didn't graduate from high school. If he did, it's probably some country where third grade is the best that they can achieve, I guess. But he's demonstrating this with an inability to process what is being told to him. A comparative deal is not a debate. Okay. There's no concept. A debate is on a specific topic. And, this is, again, Kenny Bomber doesn't understand the concept also.
Right.
And he thought he was good. Again, the topic for the debate with Kenny Bomber was the morality. He never once talked about morality in his entire debate. And he's going to do it again for part 2, but he has yet to talk about morality, which I find hilarious. The debate was over. And you know what? Aladdin, here's how it goes. Again, okay. Can you post his last piece up, Dr. Kufarphobia? Just for Aladdin, Paul. This is Paul Come Live. Post it up. Okay. Thank you for not only once, twice. This is about the 4th time now. Comparative. A debate is on a single topic. It is not. That's not a debate. Okay. It's on a single topic. That's the issue. You don't seem to understand. This is a demonstration. We've been trying to say it to you repeatedly. And you can't. We're going 4 or 5 times. I think this is hilarious. Thank you for showing us a third grade level of reasoning. God bless you. I hope to God that you can, decide to raise your level of education. I would do everything in my power, if I were you, to learn what it means to read for understanding. My suggestion to you is to start to look that up in Google, because that's as simple as it gets, because you're demonstrating you don't listen for understanding and you don't read for understanding.
I don't think he can read, but see, here's the thing. And I blame Christians for allowing this comparative bullcrap, because that is not a debate. Okay. It's like Paul says, a debate is you have one topic and you have 2 opposite views.
Opinions. Yeah. And that this is not a debate, is a singular topic, and you have opposing views.
Let's look at the definition of a debate. Okay. It's a discussion as a public question in an assembly involving opposing viewpoints. This is not a comparing. We're not comparing apples to oranges. A formal contest in which the affirmative and negative sides of a proposition, aka a topic, are advocated by the opposing speakers.
Oh, guess what? Aladdin, you just got slammed to the floor. And you know what? You got beat up by a dictionary. Aladdin, read for understanding. It's more than a third grade education.
And this is the problem. You can't have a comparative debate because you're not having opposing views.
Aladdin,
you're just comparing.
You've already been schooled. And, you're showing with your, I don't cuss. And that to me shows me that you don't have much ability to be creative because you've got to cuss. That's my personal thought on that. But yeah.
I'll tell you what, I would like for him to show me any definition of the word debate that says comparative. What does comparative mean? Comparative means you are comparing.
That's a discussion. That's not a
Right.
That's not a
That's a
debate.
discussion. If you want to discuss which one is better, the Bible or the Quran, that is not a debate. That is not two opposing views. That is two people having a discussion about two separate topics. I do debates. I pick a topic, okay? Now you could do a debate and say, okay, is the Bible reliable? You have one person that says no, one person that says yes.
We could. Here's a debate I would like to offer you, Aladdin, and I will do this on my YouTube. We will do this we will do this on Rumble, and I will post it later on Rumble. Regardless, but here's the deal: we will the topic I would offer you, and this is the only topic I'm going to offer you right now, is the Quran a clear communicating device? Is the Quran a clear communicating device?
Does he even know what that means?
If you can't handle that one, if you would have to say yes, and I will say no. Okay, if you're willing to do that, I don't do discussion on this. This will be a public debate, and we will use a forum. Again, please understand this. I'm offering it to you. You would be my first debate because I generally don't engage. I do teach debating from time to time, but you know what? I'm offering it to you, a debate. This would be my first one that I've done in this in quite an awful long time. Is the Quran a clear communication device? Are you willing to accept that?
Well, Aladdin, he just
it's a yes or no, Aladdin. That's a yes or no question.
Listen, Paul, you're speaking to a guy who spent 45 minutes in my pal talk room asking me the same question. Let's do a comparative. And I kept telling him, I don't do comparative. I do debates. One topic, two opponents. After 45 minutes, I think I had to throw him out of the room because the guy doesn't know. The guy, I think he's got caca between the ears.
Well, this is where I get to the third grade reasoning ability. This is, I would like for it to go above. I'm not trying to be insulting. Again, I am someone who has a degree in the field where I have actually tested people to see what grade level they are on. Okay, I've used psychological exams and psychiatric type stuff to explain this. Okay, to define where does a person stand in their ability to reason, where does they stand in their ability to read. That's part of what my job involved. Now, Aladdin clearly does not understand. I offered him a topic, and all he has to respond is yes or no.
No, he's just saying
if he can't answer that, again, it's a free discussion. You would be one of my first debates in about 20 years. Now, I'm offering it to you. Will you defend that the Quran is a clear communication device? All you have to say is yes or no. If you can't answer yes or no, you're demonstrating that you are on a third grade reading of listening. And actually, it's lower than that because a kindergartner understands yes and no. So we would call this a pre-K reasoning ability. Again, all I'm asking is for you to be able to say you can reason on a pre-K level. All you have to do is say yes or no. If you answer otherwise, you're demonstrating you do not have the ability to reason on a pre-K level. Waiting for your answer.
And see, Paul, I agree with Mikkel. I can have a civil discussion, a civil debate. When I come across people like Aladdin, my insult mechanism comes out because he doesn't listen. You just
I'm not insulting. I'm giving an educational diagnosis from his communications. All right.
Right.
And that's as a professional educator who spent over 20 years working with kids with special needs. Okay. I understand that. Oh, so thank you. You've clearly communicated you don't have a pre-K level. Thank you.
You just demonstrated your point.
Yes. So yeah, put that up on the screen. Aladdin has demonstrated he does not have the ability to understand yes or no.
I mean,
thank you very much.
You offered the guy the opportunity, and you said, okay, you will discuss, debate, is the Quran a clear device? Okay. And there it goes. He goes again. Paul, we do your topic. Do you know how to read Aladdin? What was his topic? Look up, let me see, 1, 2, 3. You'll see Gedalia. Paul is willing to debate you. Is Quran clear? That's it. So why do
all
you
have to say, all you have to answer is yes or no. If you can't do that, you demonstrate less than a pre-K level of ability to listen for comprehension. Okay. Again, my job as a professional educator was to actually diagnose things like that. So again, thank you for demonstrating in a public forum that you do not have a pre-K level of understanding and comprehension. Thank you.
I mean, clearly, you explained.
We should take this. By the way, we should take anybody. Please take clips of this and put it out there for YouTube and for Rumble. I would post it on Rumble. I'm going to go after this. I'm posting it. I'm going to post this to Rumble where Aladdin demonstrates he doesn't have a pre-K level of understanding.
I think I will do a little short video with this. But here's the thing. He says, Paul, where to go? He says, Paul, we do your topic, Quran versus Bible. Paul, was your topic Quran versus Bible? At any time, what's that? Hold on a second. I think I got the perfect video. I don't know if I have it in this here. Let me see.
Aladdin, you may find something interesting. You can actually see books that I've written in Amazon. I suggest you read my book, The Cancer of Civilization Jihad. You might learn more about your faith than you actually demonstrate that you know. Because I don't think you actually do read the Quran. I don't think you understand it at all. You might read in Arabic and not know Arabic, but you clearly demonstrate that you do not read for understanding and you do not listen for comprehension.
Darn it, I don't have it here. It's
continually.
It's in my other, but let me see. I think I can find it on YouTube. There's a perfect video that would describe this guy here. Let me see if I can find it. YouTube.com.
I can't open a YouTube right now and do that. I have to wait, but I will definitely do this on Rumble. But again, I'm willing to take him on. Again, you would have to take on the side that the Quran is a clear and a clear communication device. If you're afraid to do that, that says you're afraid to stand in your belief. That tells me you're afraid to stand on your faith in Islam. Oh, that means you don't submit to Allah. That means you're an apostate. That's what you're clearly telling us. And I thank you for that. Aladdin has just communicated to us he's an apostate by saying he will not defend Allah's clear communicative device.
Now this is in honor of Aladdin.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Okay, a simple wrong.
This is pretty much not just Aladdin, but all Muslims that try to debate. You listen to them and you're like, I'm going to download that little piece right there so that I can play it, because I mean, seriously, now he says, Paul, academic teacher, will never say run away. Aladdin.
I never said that. Again, you demonstrate you don't. This is the pre-K level of understanding, pre-K level of comprehension, of listening comprehension. Again, that was part of my job for 20 years, to diagnose and look at this, to see where people had special needs. Thank you for showing us you have a pre-K level of listening comprehension. Okay, I shudder to think that you're close to that. I'm very concerned for your cognitive abilities if you're really that low. It might explain why. I don't know if you can actually hold a job if you have that low an ability. I mean, I can understand if you're on an assembly line and doing the same thing over and over again, but I don't know that you could probably do something much more complicated than that with that kind of a level of understanding. That is what we would definitely diagnose that is, the truth of the matter is we call this, the medical diagnosis is mental retardation when you demonstrate that low level. That's what the medical diagnosis is of this. And again, no one has run away. I have offered this one opportunity to you. All you had to do was say yes or no. Okay. Again, will you? And you apparently do not understand what I said. I said you have to defend that the Quran is not that it's true or reliable. It's that a clear communication device. If you can do that, again, you keep demonstrating you do not understand.
I don't understand. See, and this is why he's a liar. What lie did you say? You were very articulate. You were very clear. You're willing to waste your time with this idiot. And this is why I'm saying I don't have no problems insulting idiots like Aladdin.
I'm not insulting. But
no,
that's the difference. I'm using actual. I mean, there's actual devices that we use. I think it'd be very fun would be to take Aladdin out and simply do a reading comprehension test. I would be interested in doing that if you would be interested in doing a reading comprehension test live online. It would be no debate. It would just be a reading comprehension exam.
I think my dog would
that would be interesting.
Score higher than Aladdin. But here's the thing. You told him you're willing to debate him. He keeps saying, go to your channel. Okay. But you already gave the criteria. You will debate him. Is the Quran a clear device? Right? I also posted, I will debate him. Is the Quran true and reliable? I'm just kind of twisting it a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's kind of pretty much the same as yours. He can't.
I want to talk about, is it a clear communication device? Nothing else.
But
I don't want to talk about whether it's true or not.
Aladdin, what will you come on his channel and discuss? Discuss what? You want to do comparative.
Okay. And that's, and you would be off within the first 3 minutes because, again, you're afraid to stay on topic. Again, because you demonstrate that you have a pre-K level of understanding, I usually don't bother myself with, I'm not going to debate someone who demonstrates what we would call a I gotta get the right word. Guys, think it's been a long time since I've done math for the kind of work I did. Yours 2 standard deviations below the norm is what you're demonstrating. That's my biggest concern. Okay. When you demonstrate your reasoning ability is 2 standard deviations below the norm, that is the medical diagnosis for mental retardation. Again, I have offered you something simple. All you had to say was yes or no. And with your inability to say that, you are demonstrating an ability that is lower than 2 standard deviations below the norm. For whatever age you're at, you seem to be an adult when I look at you when I watch your channel. But again, I have done nothing but talk about one little thing, and you can't seem to comprehend it. I apologize for your inability. I'm sorry your Allah isn't going to give you what you need. But I don't debate people who demonstrate they are 2 standard deviations below the norm. I don't like to pound people into the earth. That'd be too easy. Thank you.
See, again, he keeps on displaying Paul. And first of all, you can't spell. Academic teacher would never say you are afraid, you run. Okay, where are you running? You've offered the guy to debate him on, is the Quran a clear device?
I think he's now a bot because I think he's just hitting copy and paste. But again, if you demonstrate your 2 standard deviations below the norm, you do copy and paste more than you do your own original thought. You might want to
That's probably his original thought because he can't spell.
My thought for you, Aladdin, is you'll have to. My suggestion is you go to Rumble to see what I've done lately, because I am not posting to YouTube on purpose right now. So if you will go to Rumble and you look up Sutlifian Report, you will find the stuff I've done recently. And I challenge you to prove anything, anywhere that I have done using the Quran to prove anything I have said that is wrong. Okay. My belief is that you don't have that ability because you do not, again, you've demonstrated a pre-K ability of comprehension. That's not on me. That's your demonstration. And again, I haven't run, and I'm enjoying that your demonstration shows a pre-K. We're going to have to share this out to your channel. I'm going to go to your channel, and I might just take snippets of this and put it on your channel all over the place. I think that'd be hilarious. So it would every little video he's done, we could do this. I mean, we could. That would be funny.
He clearly can't read because I've asked him several times, and I'm pretty sure he can hear me. Come and discuss what? What do you want to discuss, Aladdin? The man already said that what he would do if you accept it. So now who is running?
Well, Aladdin, that's where I would disagree with you, Dr. Kufarphobia. I don't think he has the ability to comprehend, because this is the 2 standard deviations below the norm. He doesn't understand the definition of running versus being offered something. That's where I would say this is a demonstration. Like I said, 2 standard deviations below the norm demonstrates the medical diagnosis of mental retardation. I'm not saying he is. I am saying that's what he is demonstrating to us.
Right.
That is his ability to communicate, showing us he has that. That's on him. Okay. And you have continually lied about commenting on my blog, or not on my blog, but on my YouTube, because again, I get daily notifications. Everybody does. You apparently demonstrate that you don't know that you have. You apparently demonstrate you don't even know that you get notifications when somebody, maybe you've turned them off because you don't want to read them. You're very humorous. I unfortunately cannot stay on much longer. I'm having a good laugh. I'm having a good laugh. I'm sorry.
He's wasted about a half an hour. This is what he does on people's channels, right? He cannot grasp the concept, and I gave him the dictionary.
Here's the thing we have to say at this point, and I would tell everybody in the chat room, please do not call him a coward. He has demonstrated that he does not have the cognitive ability to understand. That's on him. All right. He's made a demonstration of an inability in his cognitive. He doesn't have the cognitive ability to comprehend the difference here. That's a serious issue. It's not Islamic logic. It is a medical issue. And that's my biggest concern for him.
Why don't they have free health care where he's at?
Well, I think you need to go see a doctor and have them look at your cognitive abilities. If this is what he demonstrates in his ability to reason, and he's considered intelligent, I'm very, very concerned. He's demonstrated that. Again, I hope you go see a medical professional. Thank you.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I was supposed to end 30 minutes ago, but we had some entertainment. We learned a little bit about Aladdin, which I already know. Let me end on with my, let me see, where is it? This is why I love OBS, but I didn't do it today because you need 2 browsers. We don't want to do the intermission. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a good night, good day, good afternoon. Hope you'll join Paul in his show tomorrow. You do it at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, right? Oh, he left. He's got one tomorrow. Thank you, RJ. They all hate being pinned down. Yeah, see, that's the problem, Gedalia. They don't like to be pinned down. And I like to pin them down. You know, I don't let them do what I call the I don't know, the chicken dance, you know. But anyway, all right, good night, folks. I will see you guys again. Thank you for dropping in. As always, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Lisa, for coming, RJ, Gedalia, Mikkel, and all those that that like to come in. Please make sure you tell your friends. The duck and dive dance. There you go. All right, good night. God bless everybody.